Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another NGS cast here. I'm Kotip, and this is going to be a Div B Northeast game tonight. I believe we are into week number 7, and Div B Northeast has been pretty tight across the board. Teams are ready. We are in the lobby. So let's quickly introduce this. We've got Deckard's Erudition versus Strange Team Comp. Deckard's Erudition won the coin flip and decided to take first pick, and we saw Strange Team Comp banning out Dragonshire and Battlefield of Eternity. Deckard's Erudition taking off the Ultrac Pass and the Cursed Hollow here. Strange Team Comp going ahead and taking us to Towers of Doom. So right into a kind of a late game, long game kind of situation. And it looks like everyone's in the lobby, and we're going to be starting up actually right now. So let's go ahead and head into the draft. Love when the timing works out like that. Everybody here right at 8:30. That's what we like to see. So we've got Deckard's Erudition here on the blue team, Strange Team Comp here on the red team here in game 1. And let's see how this one's going to go. So Deckard's Erudition winning that coin flip, getting that first pick, is going to have the first ban here also in the draft. Let me quickly check. Things are stable and looking good. So pretty good competitive division we have here with Div B Northeast. A lot of, very close point scores throughout the division, and it's really anybody's game still. A few good dominations and you are easily climbing up in the leaderboard. Orphea coming out as that first ban here, and Mephisto. So we see some of these kind of mages being banned out here on both teams. Orphea not usually a first ban kind of hero, so I'm guessing we've got some kind of big Orphea player on the side of Strange Team Comp, or they've busted some stuff out. Strange Team Comp, they've been making their way. They've been winning games here and there, but they've been struggling throughout the season. But not even last week, earlier this week, they took a domination victory against the Animaniacs, and Animaniacs have been doing pretty well this season. So that they're going to have it in them to put up a good fight here against Deckard's Erudition. And we see the Gazlo banned out, the Chromie banned out, so more mage bans. Gazlo, after his buffs, his rework, they really want to make it the Gazlo meta. And Deckard's Erudition wasn't thinking about first picking it here, and they knock it out. Xanthanarium popping out on his Greymane. He's been playing a killer Greymane this season, and they wanted to make sure to get that. This is a great map for Greymane just because there's the camps that you want to be able to keep taking, the Sapper camps, as well as the wave clear, and he's just a consistent team fighter. Strange Team Comp coming back with some pretty standard picks, a Johanna and an Anduin here. Johanna's gonna do well here. She does well on this map as far as controlling the waves, controlling the bot lane. Not a super crazy engage until level 10, till she has her Blessed Shield. And Anduin got small buffs, and overall a pretty high tier healer pick here on the front end. We're seeing Siege busting out the Stukov and Rise Robin on the Urel. I have casted a few games for Deckard's Erudition this season, and I will say Rise Robin, a force to be reckoned with on that Urel. Let's see how Siege pops off on that Stukov. He was ex-teammates here with Key, and Key known throughout the Nexus as a Stukov main. So let's see if Siege can show his mettle here as well. ETC banned out by Strange Team Comp as a tank choice. Kind of a consistent high tier pick, so that's going to be banned out as a frontliner. Pena does play well on that. And let's see how they're going to rebut here. A Tychus. So Tychus out of the match. I wonder what they're thinking of. If they're taking off the Tychus, I mean, he has made his way into the meta a little bit after they kind of switched around his talents a little bit, gave him some baby buffs here and there. So I'm wondering if that's hinting at some very high health bar front line, maybe a Diablo, maybe a Cho'Gall. I don't know. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but I could see that, you know, the tank buster in Tychus being banned out there. Falstad and Jaina, so very high wave clear potential on the side of Strange team comp with the Johanna, the Jaina. They can be rotating mid-bot. It's not common. You usually want a double soaker like Yrel. Falstad, an interesting pick here. He's great on this map for the global. I wonder if he's in the solo lane, you know, he can fly into the fight from far away. And there we see Pina picking up the Mei. Played some great Mei games throughout this season. Captain Albez on the Li Ming as well. So that's a very strong pairing with the Greymane and the Li Ming. Li Ming looking for a kill to get her resets, and Greymane with the Cursed Bullet can really set that up, or a Go for the Throat can be a double reset comp if we see them go for the Throat at level 10 for Xanth. Let's see how they round out this draft. Varian, we've got Varian as a... Is this a Twin Blades? I mean, surely it's not a Johanna off lane, so I think we've got some Blades that are going to be twinned, and they're going to be furious this game. Very fun. Varian obviously has the pick of 3 different heroic abilities, and he gets them at level 4, so usually played as a frontliner for his taunt ability, and played as a, you know, as the main tank, but he can definitely play as an offlaner doing the Twin Blades. Now, he doesn't have the double soak potential because he is not very good at clearing lanes. His wave clear is poor, but there is Falstad to help in that sense. Maybe it's Colossus Smash for the burst damage alongside Jaina, and it's just a, you know, a Colossus Smash Jaina combo to try and just blast out a kill here. Let's see. That's going to be a fun pick. We're going to have to watch out for the Varian build this game and see how that goes. All right, as we head in to game number 1. So on the blue side, we've got Deckard's Erudition, Captain Albez playing the Li Ming, Pina Colada on the Johanna, Sheej playing the Stukov, Rise Robin on his Yrel. Let's keep an eye out for some big flanks from him, and Xanthanarium on the Greymane. On the right-hand side, we have Strange team comp, Bricky playing our Varian, Jakashlu on our Jaina, Spectrum is playing the Anduin, excuse me, Miserin is on the Anduin, Spectrum on the Johanna, and Jeff flying on that bird is on Falstad. As the teams make their way to the mid here, it looks like we're going to have all 5 showing up. Now, Bricky on Varian is not quite a hero yet, so he's not really turned on until level 4. Let's see what he picks at 1. He hasn't shown his level 1, which will kind of show what his build is. He's diving deep onto Albez, and a nice combo from Pina Colada stuns the rest of the team. But no kills there, just a quick wave clear, and it looks like Falstad is heading top alongside Yrel. And we see a bit of a wave clear advantage going in the favor of Deckard's Erudition, but very quickly cleared up on the other side as well. As Deckard's Erudition gets the quicker turn up, Pina doing a nice job there to try and slow them down, throws out a snowball, dismounts as the rest of his team goes up for the clear, but they didn't clear quite fast enough. But now we got a nice silence puddle, and there is a Greymane diving in. Xanth going in for the kill. Will he find more? Spectrum looking low, and Bricky and Spectrum on the skin of their teeth walking away here. Let's see if they're going to go ahead and steal this camp. Bricky actually coming in on this rotation. Gotta be careful. Doesn't have his level 4 yet, not quite a hero, and that is going to be 2 kills off a bit of a sketchy rotation there from Bricky, not going to lie, but it's early in the game. You can see the XP is pretty even still, but that is a nice advantage for the side of Deckard's Erudition. Are these going to connect? And it looks like all 3 sappers connect, and that is a wall and a tower going down. As they move in for their other sapper camp, we see Falstad and Urel here just trading out minions. Let's see if Rise can get a combo off. Nice barrel roll from Jeff to dodge that combo. As the sappers picked up here, and we've got a taunt from Varian. So this is going to be a pretty heavy front line. He's got the overpower with the taunt. So this is going to be kind of a double tank situation in the 4-man, Johanna and Varian. So they're looking for Jaina to really be able to pop off the damage. Falstad, you know, when Falstad does join the fight, it will make a difference, because it's going to be tough for Jaina alone to really do enough damage. Varian his overpower helps a little bit, but I'm going to say, you know, they're definitely going to need Falstad if they're going to really, you know, be able to get a full pick on a target, on a taunt target. Bricky stepping forward, zoned out here. Now in the silence puddle, very well placed there by Sheej. And there's the pull from Misery Sin to keep him alive. But there's kind of low health bars. We see a little bit of an advantage for Deckard's Erudition so far. Falstad will be able to fly. Bricky in some trouble, but there's a taunt onto Xanth. Very low health bars. Are they going to stay in here? The Unstoppable is down, but here we have a 5v4, but it looks like they're going to have to step back. Jeff does fly in first, but the health bars are just too low on the side of Strange Team Comp to stay in there. And that's going to be 2 bell towers to 1. 36 points on the core to 32 points on the core now. Each bell tower worth 4 to start us off here. Or each channel, I guess we should call them, because the forts are called the bell towers, I'm pretty sure. So let's see, we're going to have the siege camp for the red team spawning a little sooner. Level 7 will be online for Deckard's Erudition first here. And we see a teleport build here with the Triumvirate. It seems pretty standard for Li Ming. But getting that teleport damage, that's just a lot of extra burst that Li Ming can bring to the table now, Goomba stomping on her enemies. So they're making a play onto Jeff. Is he going to get away? Pops his medallion and gets chunked, but nice barrel roll to dodge all of that CC again. And the members of Strange Team Comp now looking aggressively. They did cap their camp, and Bricky looking deep. Spectrum, there's a little bit of a split. Captain Albez split off from the rest of his team. And I like Bricky's positioning, but the rest of his team kind of pulled off. And now it looks like Bricky might be in trouble. The silence puddle now keeping Spectrum away from his team. Pops the Iron Skin. Rise Robin is down here. This is a 5v4. Falstad is top. Has not flown in yet. Bricky looking low, walking away very slow, and does make it out. And let's see, we're going to have 1 Sapper connect down here, about half a health on that tower. But it is pretty low health bars on the side of Strange Team Comp again as they move into this fight. Spectrum's going to have to be careful at about 25% health, missing Bricky. They're trying to stall as much as they can. Falstad doing some damage to Rise Robin, and there's another stall from Bricky. Sheej again channeling, and it looks like this one's going to be going all the way through. Cannons firing for Deckard's Erudition. 4 more points onto the core. 36 to 28 now, and looks like they're going to make a play onto Spectrum. Pops the Iron Skin, is able to make it out. Blizzard helps create some space as well. Level 10 looking a little closer for Deckard's Erudition. And look, we've got this Frost Armor for Jaina, actually. This is going to be good against the Greymane. She's going to get basic attack armor, as well as chilling enemies that attack her, so they will get slowed down, so they can't really chase her as well. So a pretty safe pick on her part there at level 4. Level 10 now online. We've got the Cursed Bullet, the Snowball Avalanche, the Reverse Gust, Wave of Force, Ardent Defender, and Flailing Swipe there on the Stukov for Sheej. I know Key was a big fan of the massive shove, but Flailing Swipe is great against a... It's kind of like having a cleanse, as you can just swipe away the entire team if there's a taunt onto somebody, and you can just negate that whole engage. Now Pena looking deep for Jeff, does barrel roll again. Very well played to dodge these rotations, and looks like they're going to miss this wave bot is Deckard Erudition. Level 10 online for both teams now. Blessed Shield, we've got Mighty Gust, Light Bomb, Shield Wall for that protected, by the way, and the Summon Welly. There's a Avalanche onto 2, pushed away. The lowest 2 health bars might not have been the synergy they were looking for. Bricky looking low there. This could be the reset they needed. Protected, not going to be protected long enough, and that's going to be the first kill of that fight. 3 kills to nothing is Deckard's Erudition now in this game. Still, Jeff doing a great job to keep them in the game with the soak. Let's see what those soak numbers are looking like so far. As this fight actually continues on the top side, pops the Ardent Defender is Rise Robin to dive in deeper. He's going to look for that hammer, pushing Spectrum back in. There's the Blessed Shield onto 2. Spectrum staying alive for now. Pena looking very low, but there's a Goomba Stomp and the swipe, and there is the resets. 2 kills coming in there. Very low health bars, though. It looks like Deckard's Erudition going a step away. That was a very close fight. Just not quite enough damage to close that off was Strange team comp. And I think, I guess what I need to see from them maybe is when the Greymane dives in, just taunt immediately and just blow the whole load on the Jaina combo, Falstad as well. But they have the flailing swipe to deal with, so that is going to make a difference as well. Let's see how they come back in these next fights. They are working on their camp down here. Only about, well, it's about a full level behind, but they should have level 13 before the next objective phase. Spectrum and Bricky coming to clear out this wave, get ready for their camp. But we've got a 5-man rotation here. Rise Robin joining the rest of his boys. Does love to look for these flanks, and he is leading the charge here. Finds 2, hits the swipe, but not enough after that hammer pushes them away. It was their 2 tanks, so that was going to be a tough kill regardless. But we've got 5 down here while Falstad was still soaking, and that's going to help them come back into the game a little bit. So where do I see that XP? That's what I was looking for before. XP total. Yeah, look at Falstad bringing it in. I guess Urel with the double soak as well is still keeping them in this very, very nice double soak on both sides. So let's see these level 13 talents as we prepare for this bot altar. That's what it is, an altar spawning. Misery Sin does disconnect, so we are going to have a pause for a second while we wait for them to reconnect. See what we got here on the prowl. Pretty standard build here for Greymane so far with a viciousness, eyes in the dark, disengage, range, cursed bullet, and on the prowl. I don't know what the main build is for May, but I do see these at level 4 and 7 a lot for the armor. It's got the crystallized spell armor and the skating away for the physical armor. So spell armor and physical armor. Level 13, using an ability causes May to deal 40, so she gets kind of a burning rage AoE damage around her with a little bit of a slow. Oh, that's kind of nice. It's kind of like an imposing presence. Misery Sin is back, throws out the spooked owl here. Is that what that is? We got more teleport build from Captain Albez here. Aldor Peacekeeper. Enemy heroes hit by Vindication at maximum charge deal less damage. So they are trying to stop the damage there onto Jaina. I'm sure it is the target for that. And Virulent Reaction looking for the roots. This is classic Stukov build. Now he can root the enemies inside his Silence Puddle if he gets his W-E-D combo off. And they're going to push in. That is going to be 3 sappers connecting, and the front wall is down on the side of Strange Team Comp. Sheej is already capping, and they are creating the space. There is a blind from Spectrum to slow this down, but the Iron Skin's down, but there is a very low health bar on Xanthanarium, but there is a heal, and there is the flailing swipe to create space. Ardent Defender does keep him alive, but that is going to be on a full cooldown now. Rise Robin diving in deep. Here's a light bomb onto Spectrum. Catches 2. Pops is unstoppable to try and stay alive here, but that's some low health bars. Yrel is first to fall. Misery Sin trying to catch Pina, and that is 2 down, but very low health bars. Are they going to catch Misery Sin? Xanth looking for it, dying for it, wants it so bad. A nice play by Misery Sin coming back from that disconnect to bait Xanth and Narium into that no way out after you see an Anduin with like 100 health left. I know the feeling, and he pays for it deeply. Bricky going in deep for the taunt onto Captain Albez. No follow-up, just creating space as they take this bottom bell tower. And like I've said in other games, this is huge on this map. This is the biggest control point. This is a huge advantage for the side of Strange Team Comp. We want to see them defending this. They're going back, I think, to tap right now. As the bell tower regains its health, it is now owned by Strange Team Comp. But it looks like Deckard's Erudition still wants more. It looks like Varian Bricky is caught coming around the other way and is going to pay for it now. Rise Robin looking for more. Misery Sin trying to sneak away. Does get away, and it's going to be the 1 kill onto Bricky there. That helps them secure this camp. So that was a very well-played, aggressive call on the side of Deckard's Erudition there. They do not have this bottom bell tower, but with Varian dead, it's likely they'll be able to convert it back to their side with little problems. They've got Greymane, lots of siege damage. They've got it down to about 50% health, but looks like the players from Deckard's Erudition trying to control it. They're going to make a play here. They do have Blessed Shield, but decides not to drop it. Not enough follow-up here just yet. And let's see if they're able to defend this tower. They're going to need to kill this wave. There it is. And this is why this is so strong. Even with this low health bar, it is very difficult for the players of Deckard's Erudition to make a play onto that. This bottom bell tower is basically free for them, but look, they're making a play for the top 2. Rise Robin already on the right-hand side, looking to get Jeff here. And let's see if the rest of Strange Team Comp can get up here. Xanthanarium almost finished with this. There's the Gust to stop the channel, and now all 5 players are here. Gust is on cooldown. The flag for Varian is down, and it looks like Deckard's Erudition decides to give it up. They have the level 16 advantage now on the side of Strange Team Comp. That's why I love this map. Anything can happen. It can change at a blink of a second. We are 18 to 17 on core health. And let's see, we might have another engage here. Rise Robin kind of off on an island, but able to sneak away. It is Yrel. Yrel's got all tons of escape ability. And that is going to be a cap there, and this is going to reconvert. So this is going to be Deckard's Erudition taking back their bottom bell tower, equalizing the game. But I do want to note that both of those altar captures by Strange Team Comp were worth 5 because they had 5 bell towers at that point, including their core. So that was actually a 10-point differential that they just got. So they got 10 points off the core, while Deckard's Erudition only got 3 for the 1 channel they got. Next one will be a single channel on the bot side. So let's see how the teams prepare for this. Jeff, I saw him barrel rolling away. I didn't know if he was in trouble there, but looks all good in the solo lane. Jeff doing a great job as a squishy against the bruiser that is Yrel. And making a big play here. They're trying to get some damage onto this tower, but there is a flank coming in. Pina coming in deep does separate the team. There is the protected by the way, but Bricky now does not have his protected. Will he survive here? There's a virulent reaction onto Spectrum. Jaina in deep, pops the ice block to try and stay alive here. Here's a light bomb onto 2, and the Gust pushes them away at the same time. Jaina very low, though, shouldn't have stepped back in, and that's a double kill for Deckard's Erudition. A taunt looking deep, but this might be a triple kill. Bricky might be behind for a 3rd one. And as the altar spawns, Siege breaking off for the cap actually decides to wait as the rest of his team, converting the bottom bell tower. They are waiting for the extra point on the core here, as they'll control an extra bell tower before he channels that. And we see level 16, the Eager Wolf for Xanthanarium. That gives him 40% attack speed. That actually, once he has that inner beast going, that can be very, very fast attack speed. We'll try and catch some of that in another fight. Acclamation, Mirror Ball. So Captain Alba is now shooting out 5 missiles with the Q button. Holy Wrath, some splash damage for Yrel, and then Super Strain. Interesting. So we've got whenever someone's stunned or rooted while they have a healing pathogen, they get a free heal. And that's pretty nice into the mini stuns of Spectrum on Johanna. She will be stunning people all the time, so that could be a lot of heals that actually comes out. So now Deckard's Erudition with the bot bell tower advantage. Let's see how they do with it and if they're able to hold this out. They have plenty of wave clear to just destroy these minions. As long as those minions are dead, they should be fine. A lot of damage onto Pina, but does pop her D to stay alive here. Jack Hoshlu was caught in the virulent reaction, rooted in the silence puddle, able to walk away there. And you could see without the minions, they can't step forward. This is going to be very difficult to convert here on the bot side. Yrel working on this camp by herself. She'll be able to finish this off to help push in some sappers. If sappers make it past this line, that is point damage onto the core. So this is kind of splits the focus of... Oh, and here is a reverse Gus. Huge play from Jeff, flying in behind the players of Deckard's Erudition. And Siege looking next. Only able to secure the 1 kill onto Captain Albez, but that is going to be enough to turn the tides here at the level 20 advantage. What a play by Jeff. And there's the snowball just onto Varian, and they're looking for more. Even with the level 20, they are down a player. Let's see if he catches the taunt. Unstoppable pop by Pina Colada to keep him alive. Unstoppable now as well for Rise Robin. Cleanses all over the place. And these sappers do connect. That's 1, 2, 3 sappers onto the core of Strange Team Comp, and they only get 3 points as well from that channel. A good trade though, able to also convert this back to their side. 15 core to 9 core health. Able to convert the bell tower, stabilize in the game. Falstad needs to be careful. There's a big rotation here. He needs to save his barrel roll for the last possible second. And he does, but he's not going to be able to make it out. Too much damage, too much slows, too much CCs. Deckard's Erudition just getting him anywhere he wanted to be. He just wasn't going to survive there. Level 20, we've got the Hunter's Blunderbuss. Cascade. When traveling, Avalanche constantly launches a volley of snow blinds ahead of itself. And that's kind of random, but I guess even better is the reduced cooldown. So going down from 60 down to 30 seconds, is that what it is? Or is 60 already the reduced cooldown? That's going to be crazy if it's every 30 seconds. Repulsion, Seraphim, every 10 seconds and Unstoppable for Yrel. That's huge. And top off. And we see them making a boss play here. Xanthanarium, look at that inner beast. Look how much those auto attacks are so fast when he's got that level 16 talent. And they're able to sneak 4 damage onto the core by capturing that boss. 15 to 5. So every bell tower, very important for both teams. These sappers are going to connect. 1, 2, 3. Do not convert. But that is a very low tower health there on the left-hand side. And this is going to be a big fight here. Everybody showing up. This is a 5v5. Rise Robin looking aggressively to start this. You can expect him to jump in deep. That's what he's been doing in these team fights. Going for the wave clear right now. Let's see how the teams continue here. Jakosh Lu throwing off some. And here is the gust onto 3 down here. Jeff not here for the damage. Siege is first to fall. Xanthanarium going to follow soon behind. Light Bomb onto Yrel. Pops the Unstoppable to survive. And there's a tiny pull onto Spectrum. And that is a huge team fight in favor of Strange Team Comp. On the back end of that great gust, that infinite gust from Jeff. We've seen 2 huge gusts so far from Jeff. And that was a crucial one as they go ahead and take control of the map. Anduin, Misery Sin down here, that's going to be worth 5 here on the core. And let's see if they want to keep pushing this advantage. They do have 3 dead in the time being. They could potentially convert another bell tower right now, and that looks like what they're going to do. Will they go for the 6 cap? They're thinking about it. This could be a greedy play. They have time, actually. 10 more seconds for Greymane. 15 for Urel. They're going for it. They are moving in for the 6 cap. And Li Ming knows this. She's going down to protect against these sappers. Does not want them to connect. And that's a 6 cap. All bell towers in favor of Strange Team Comp. This is going to be 1 core health until they respawn and take back a tower. Look at this. 1 core health every 4 or 5 seconds. Boom, another one down. And there is Jeff throwing the gust, but doesn't catch Xanth, which is the most important one here. But that is 3 core health from the 6 cap already. A 4th one does get off before they convert. And holding the top 2 towers is actually huge right now, because it's going to be a double altar top, and all they need is 1 to win on the side of Strange Team Comp. So this could actually be huge for them if they are able to hold these 2 towers. And there it is, 30 seconds until these altars spawn. It looks like they are making a play here, but this is still checkmate if they capture their own tower here. I want to see them aggressively holding the front tower while they send somebody back to cap the back tower, potentially Falstad. And here's a play onto Mei, but it looks like, oh, a huge heal actually. Misery Sin though now will be the one caught out of position, I believe on the back of a desperate prayer. Yes, Jeff looking for action, pops the infinite gust, unstoppable. Is he gonna get there in time? The taunt! And Jeff captures the, what a beautiful taunt from Bricky to stop Rise Robin from making the play. Wait, there is still 1 core health. I thought that they were on their last core health there from the 6 cap, and whoops is me. I thought that was GG. And this is a game going down to the wire. What a great game we have on our hands. 1 core health to 2 core health. But this is looking scary for Strange Team Comp now. All of their advantage kind of gone to the wind now, as 3 players are dead and there are sappers moving in onto their... 2 sappers moving into their death zone. They need to defend at least one of these or it is GG. Let's see what they're able to do here. Falstad is in, and that is 2 sappers connecting for the game. What a play there from Pina to hit that avalanche snowball onto the Falstad. Holy crap, what a game. Back and forth, down to 2 to 1 core health. Deckard's Erudition pulling that off with 1 core health. Tell me you've seen a crazier game of Towers of Doom recently, and I will tell you that that's BS, because that is crazy. That game was insane. What a game. Well played from both teams. So closely contested. And let's check out these stats as we wait for game number 2. Wow. Wow. I'm in shock. Just a little bit. I gotta say that is kind of crazy. Alto 420, thanks for showing up. I hope you caught that game, because that was insane. Thanks for the follow there, buddy. And let's go ahead and check out these stats while we wait for the next lobby. So everybody making their way to the purgatory, as they all found their way to die in that game. Lots of crazy team fights. Varian, that's the thing about Varian. Once he's in, he's in. He's got his protected, by the way, but Bricky did get caught out, you know, here and there. There was a couple times that he could have had a more careful rotation, but overall, it's tough on Varian. You're in, and if those kills don't happen, you know, that protected, by the way, is only, what, like 1 second. Look at this huge damage. This is that Greymane Li Ming combo. Greymane setting up the kills, Li Ming getting the resets, and they played that very well. comboing off of each other and stacking the kills. Jaina coming in with a lot of damage as well. And very good heals from both sides. 92,000, 86,000 there. Very well played. Look at this. Eight last hits on these kills for Xanthanarium. Looking very well in that game. Let's check out some of these last talents here. So, yeah, we saw the Winter Mute. Glory to the Alliance for the extra healing. Desperate Prayer, which kept Varian alive in that last fight. But I think, see, because Desperate Prayer makes Anduin kneel in place for 2 seconds after a huge heal. And I think Varian ran away because he was so low on health, and then Anduin was caught out of position. Wind Tunnel for that infinite gust. We saw some great gust plays from Jeff. And Indestructible, Johanna kind of has a second life through a huge shield that she gets there. So, wow, what a game. 23-minute game, almost 24 minutes. And 13 kills to 7. Very evenly, very closely contested. Man. How's it got to feel to have 1 core health left on the enemy core? And it's just like, you're just thinking, man, what if we had just done this one thing, this one sapper, this one core damage, captured this one bell tower before capping a... Oh, man. You just can't sleep at night after a loss like that. That was just so close. Well played, Deckard's Erudition, to cap that game number 1. So it looks like the players are talking about making the lobby, so we will be coming in to game 2 very shortly. One last look at these stats. Falstad did, he did get that side soak, and it ended up giving them... where they were behind in levels, they came around and took the level advantage. They got some kills from behind, and they got that great soaking. And it made all the difference. So, as we head in to the lobby, let's go ahead and see what map we are going to for game number 2. And it looks like we are on Volskaya Foundry, everybody. Volskaya Foundry. Had a lot of Volskaya Foundry games this season. It's a very contested pick. Not contested. It's a very prioritized pick by a lot of teams here. The strategy on the map is pretty straightforward. Focusing on control point victory, taking the camps on cooldown for the item advantage, playing around the healing camp, and trying to capture that when the enemy team is distracted. And then having very strong point control over the objective to be able to capture the protector. And once you have the protectors, it's pretty straightforward. You're basically trying to keep the advantage, move into the following lane where the next protector will show up. So I think that's why a lot of teams do like this. Let me see who picked the map. And Deckard's Erudition picked the map. So we are going to see first pick on the side of Strange Team Comp here. And I'm sure we'll be starting very soon. Let me let them know that I'm ready. And we've got 10 players in the game. We do have a substitution on the side of Deckard's Erudition. Tlems in for Captain Albez. So it looks like their mage player is going to be switched out here. We've got Tlems in the game now. And it looks like we've got the same cast on the side of Strange Team Comp. So teams are ready to go. We are going to be heading into the draft right now, so let's go ahead and do this. Game 2 coming right at you. Hey there, Megan420. Appreciate the follow. You know, trying to make my way to 50, which will give me affiliate status. So all of those make the difference for me. Xanthanarium as well. Thanks for stopping by. You're doing God's work there on the Greymane. Looking great this game. Megan420 here, rooting for Strange Team Comp. I hope you saw game one, man. Strange Team Comp was looking fierce there. So let's go ahead and hop into this draft. Mephisto banned again for Strange Team Comp. They do have first pick this game, and they don't want to play against the Mephisto. Let's see if we see Gazlo. This is, I'd say, a better Gazlo map. Gazlo not, well, I guess he could do the double soak on the previous map, but you know, Gazlo here, he's got the turrets around the point, he's got good follow-up CC, and he's got some good split pressure as well. Deckard's Erudition banning out the Deckard Kane. I don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of you know, like Deckard's Erudition, Deckard Kane. I think we all get what I'm trying to say. Chromie banned out here, so they go for 2 mage picks banned out. And remember, we do have a mage sub in right now for Captain Albez. We do have T-Lems, and we see the Gazlo ban. So Gazlo banned out by Deckard's Erudition in both games here. And I believe Chromie and Mephisto were the same bans as well there on the side. But they let the Orphea through. That was a ban in game number 1 for Deckard's Erudition. Let's see if they're going to pick it up this time. If that was a target ban, maybe Strange Team Comp is going to want it. They're going to take first pick, and they're going to go right back into that Anduin. Some great plays by Misery Sin last game. Some very, very strong light bombs, big heals throughout the game. And they decide that that is... They want to make sure that they get that again this game. So no target bans from game number 1. Let's see if they're going to kind of stick to what worked. But we see Rise Robin popping onto the Diva. Pina Colada on the Mei here again. But I got to say, I've played with Rise before. I don't think I've seen him play Diva. So this is definitely something he's been working on the side. And I am excited to see a Rise Robin Diva today. Good map for it. I mean, Diva has been climbing in the meta after her rework, even after her nerfs. Players still thinking she's very strong. And we see Johanna and Tychus. Tychus, who was banned out. Bricky popping out on his Tychus here. And Spectrum coming back on the Johanna. Well played Johanna as well. Set up some great combos. And overall zoning with his team. Let's see how it works with the Tychus here. No huge lockdown to just hold someone in place while Tychus miniguns. So let's see how that works. I'm not totally sold on the Johanna Tychus, but Tychus is very strong. And there's the Orphea ban, so they let it through at the beginning, but they didn't want to give it away for free on the back end. Decide to knock it out. That would have been a nice combo there. Johanna pulls everyone together. Orphea drops a chomp. And that could be some devastating damage. So Misery Sin is the Deckard player. 60% win rate there. There's the respect ban onto Gazlo. Jaykosh Lu does play the Gazlo. And there's the Ana ban. There has been no healer pick yet on the side. Let's see what Sheej is going to want to pick up. Ana. Yeah, I mean, Ana Li Ming would have still been open. That could have been pretty spooky. So I think that's a good ban. Greymane. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, says Xanth. And pops right back onto the Greymane. Stukov as well. We're seeing a very similar team comp to game number 1. Diva in place of Urel here for Rise Robin. And let's see what Jaykosh Lu and Jeff want to pick up here. So Jeff played the offlane on a Falstad. Let's see if he picks up something a little bruisier, a little more frontline. this game. They did have 2 frontline last game, and it's going to be Jeff on the Leoric, Jaykosh Lu popping out the Tassadar. So there's, okay, I can see the Tassadar with the Tychus. If there's a force wall down and then Tychus can get the minigun off, I could see it. I could see it. Leoric, I'm assuming, is an Entomb. I did see a March of the Black King in a recent game, but I want to write that off as a meme pick. But I do like Leoric here. And Probius for T-Lems. Is T-Lems the Probius main? Can someone let me know if this is someone let T-Lems onto the Probius and this was like a huge mistake? But I know that I'm pretty sure it's T-Lems. There's someone that is just a Probius like nightmare, and I want to say it's him because I've played against them and it is crazy. So that is kind of an off meta pick for sure, but in the right hands, Probius has great zoning, great wave clear, high burst damage if he gets his his warp blasts off, whatever they're called. It can be pretty crazy. So that's going to be pretty fun. We've got the Probius here in game number 2. That's going to be good zoning over the shrines as well. Oh, I don't have enough. Sorry, no brackets there. If you're trying to play balls up. Got to have a little lottery there in the chat. So, 100,000 balls to start you off if you join here with a follow. I know, what a great deal, right? So here we go. If we were asking the question, T-Lems is the Probius main. If you saw that badge. Deckard's Erudition here. T-Lems on the Probius. Rise Robin on the Diva. Xanthanarium on the Greymane. Shijon Stukov and Pina Colada playing the Mei. On the right-hand side, we have Strange Team Comp looking for that reverse sweep. Bricky playing Tychus, Jaykosh Lu on the Tassadar, Misery Sin back on the Anduin, Spectrum playing Johanna, and it is Jeff on the Leoric. And you can see, these little pylons, that is Probius dropping that down, and there needs to be a pylon near the cannon for it to be active. Rise Robin taking a ton of damage up front and is going to be knocked out of the mech. Running away with his life. Xanth going in to create some space, takes a chunk of damage, but that is going to be kind of first blood. I don't know if it counts as first blood. They did knock the mech for Rise Robin there. Greymane actually going bot to soak right now. Diva is top right now. So let's see if they're going to make a switch here. And it was just because Diva didn't have her mech back yet. Side of Strange Team Comp making their way onto their turret camp right at the minute mark, and that's what you want to see. You want to run down there right away. Deckard's Erudition yet to start theirs. By starting right away, they will be able to get a second turret for the first objective phase. So now Xanthanarium making his way onto the turret camp. He'll be able to solo that, and he's got a little help from his buddy Probius. And it looks like Rise Robin up here still. They're doing a little bit of a funky thing, but so many players bought for Deckard's Erudition, and Strange Team Com taking advantage of this to make a play. Xanthanarium does know about this, but they're going to be too late. Does dive in, caught by the force wall now. Diva is deep. Is she going to lose her mech again? She does lose it, but in response, Tychus does die. And I would say that's overall two mech deaths is a full death. So technically a full death on both sides now. Oops, not what I wanted to press. Let's look at these talents. Diva able to jump back into the mech here. And so we've got liquid cooling at level 1 for Diva with rushdown. Additional percent damage with the boosters. Warp resonance. Let's keep our eyes on this Probius build. Rise Robin got to be careful, taking a lot of damage, but he did just tap, so he's looking okay for now. Control point unlocking soon. Good damage up top onto this tower from the Tassadar and friends there, so looking pretty good. A little bit of an XP advantage, not much though, for Strange Team Comp. Xanthanarium kind of still holding the role of the solo laner so far, trying to keep up with Jeff in the soak, and it looks like Deckard's Erudition going to get first control of the point while Strange Team Comp clearing out, but Deckard's Erudition is going to have to make their way up here to clear this out, and it looks like Rise Robin is going to be the first one to approach. Pops his medallion to survive here. That is a ton of damage. Bricky with the in the rhythm now at level 4. And Rise Robin alone I don't think is going to be able to clear this if they decide to stick around, but it looks like I would have liked actually Strange Team Comp to stay around a little longer and force the players of Deckard's Erudition to come top, because Rise Robin can pop out of this mech and pop back in and be back to full health. So they had a little bit more time, but they decide to come down and take control of the point, and now this is going to be a full 5v5 right here. Rise Robin not able to tap, so they're going to be moving in. Spectrum does have the heal camp, so that's going to be an advantage, and he drops the bomb pretty deep. Tassadar takes a big chunk of damage. Also, Tychus looking pretty hurt here. Jeff way deep as well. Bricky trying to survive, gets pulled back the other way. 50 health, able to walk away. Misery Sin with the insane pull. A nice medallion, but it looks like Jakoshlu is going to be caught off by himself on an island near the turret camp. Xanthanarium and Pina moving in for the enemy turret camp here now on the backside of that kill. And that's going to be a nice steal on their part, as they do have 99%. Spectrum moving in to try and stall this in overtime. Deckard's Erudition does need to have full control of the point. Overtime is now over, and that is the first protector of the game going to Deckard's Erudition. Give me a second. I forgot to switch my thing here. Oh no, Alto, you lost your balls. The roulette is heavily in your favor. That was some really bad luck. I try and make it so everyone always wins more balls. Who doesn't want more balls? Let me try and oh, I don't know how to do it. I'll give you more balls later. Spectrum taking a lot of damage here on the defense, but very well defended is this protector, and they're not able to... Oh, but never mind. They're able to convert the well there. Bricky, very low health. At 28 stacks on In the Rhythm, pretty good so far. Gonna be looking to stack that heavily throughout the game. And let's see how this continues. Rise Robin now does finally make it down to the solo lane. Xanthanarium freed up to join the 4-man. And it looks like Bricky's starting this heal camp up over here. And this is going to be a fight here. We've got all 5 from both teams here. Jeffy looking deep, level 10 on both sides. We'll have to check what they've picked in a second. But nice control of the area, and that's going to be the camp going to Deckard's Erudition. And Jeff, is he going to make it out of here? 6 health does go down. And a nice pull from Misery Sin to keep Spectrum alive. There is the Diva Bomb. Jeff spooky handing onto Rise Robin to get his health back. He will be spawning here shortly. You can see Leoric doesn't truly die. He's on the field. He will be coming back, and he will spawn right here. Bricky working on that top camp. Sheej and Tlem's working on theirs. I know, I'm trying to figure out, Alto, how to give you more balls. There's like a command in Stream Elements that can just give you more than what I have. Just create more balls out of thin air. And I'm going to figure it out, and you can keep gambling. Because you know, if we're not gambling, what are we doing? Anduin actually caught out there, was caught out in the the Mei circle and wasn't able to get back to the team, but it is a 1-for-1. Jeff in the backline causing damage. Heel Camp is now down. Sheej putting the silence puddle on point. Spectrum not going to be able to make it out. That is going to be an auto attack from Mei to secure the kill. Who would have thought that a Mei auto attack could get a kill? She did, in her defense, did take the bonus auto attack damage at level 1. So Warp Resonance at 10 out of 16. Probius does have the bonus damage on the Warp Resonance. Looking for the additional charges with a few more hits here. Shield Capacitor giving permanent shields to Probius when he's near his pylons. Bonus damage from the Rift, so definitely going with the Rift build. And we've got the Null Gate coming in with power overflowing, so increased spell power to teammates near pylons, actually. That's going to be nice. They don't have another, like, very spell power heavy teammate, I guess, but maybe if the Diva explosion is near a pylon, that could be kind of crazy. Making a play onto Rise Robin, but not quite able to reach him is the Team of Strange team comp. Sheej is on point controlling, and we are going to have the players making their way up here. There we go. There's some balls. I gave you what I had on me at the moment. I'll find more balls and I'll make sure everyone has some. But let's keep our eye on the game for now. I can't get too caught up in the balls. So here we go. Control of the point given up as Xanthanarium went down for the turret camp. Rise Robin doing some soaking. Level 13 online for both teams. Heel Camp is up. Let's see if the side of Deckard's Erudition wants to go for it. They do have time, as there was only 37% on the side here, but it looks like they're going to let it go for now, and they're going to make a move in. Rise Robin deep with the bomb explosion does create some space. Jacob Schlu gets hit with the cursed bullet and does die, and now it is going to be Jeff that falls next. Misery Sin unlikely to get out. Spectrum to follow, and this is just a bloodbath now. Rise Robin in deep, and that is a full team wipe. Top fort going to be taken down. I'm guessing that the side of Deckard's Erudition might want to push down top with this protector. I guess the players are going to be spawning. They have two choices. They can push down top and go for this keep, or they can go bot and set up for the next objective. Xanth cheekily starting the heel camp does get it. So that's another advantage that they just took as well off of that team wipe. It looks like they want to take it bot. Probius and Mei inside of the protector. So they want to get rid of this fort. They already did get the well. But taking down all the forts just gives you so much more map control. And they decide to go for a 3-fort advantage rather than a keep play. So let's see. Actually, mid fort is still up, but I think that's where they're going to go from here. That would be my guess. There's a hand onto Bricky to create some space. They are heading back to mid. And look at Rise Robin and Jeff going at it here. Jeff does go with the ominous Wraith build, not the auto attack build, but I think it is going to be the better pick here. There is a protected, by the way, from Anduin. Gets stopped by the spooky puddle from Sheej, but tops off everybody quite nicely. But they are going to have to back off here, as they do have about 50% health. And everyone does survive there, but it is 3 forts down. And let's see, they might not want to give this up for free, but there is the level 16 advantage. And Probius, enemies continue to be slowed for 3 seconds after last contact with Warp Rift. That is a long time to be slowed. So with this level 13, I wonder, this increased spell power 10%. I mean, I think spell power increases healing as well, so maybe it's just an overall, just kind of a passive boost to the team. Gotta be a team player here. 4-man Fort Strange team comp in mid right now. Rise Robin coming to clear that up. Level 16 now online for both teams. Sizzling attacks for Tychus. Basic attacks do an additional 1%, and his basic attacks are fast. It's like bup, 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 bup. That's all 1% damage on top of his minigun. That could be pretty scary if he can just pepper down on somebody. So teams just kind of soaking away, not too much on the map. All camps actually painted blue currently. And level 20 might be online for the side of Deckard's Erudition, and I think it's going to be really hard to force a fight. Null Gate thrown into this bush. Very low cooldown though, 20-second cooldown remaining. What is the cooldown? 25 seconds there, and there is an ice wall. Does catch one, and they're going to make a play onto Johanna. Does not get the unstoppable out, and Misery Sin going to follow closely behind. That is a 2-for-0 there. Already pushed in the top lane, and let's see if they're going to push in for this keep. Tlem's making a play onto this camp. The rest of the team pushing in onto the towers here on the top keep. Xanthanarium taking a ton of damage there from Jaykoshlu. And still 15 seconds with no tank or healer. It's going to be a tough defense. Tychus dropping the laser cannon to try and create some space. Siege popping off a flailing swipe. Does have the controlled chaos, so he gets, you know, like 3 flailing swipes instead of one triple swipe. It's 3 single swipes now. And they successfully hold the top keep. Even with the level 20 advantage, Deckard's Erudition didn't want to overstep the boundary there. They have plenty of time with the level 20. They can basically get this bottom protector for free or force a very disadvantageous fight from Strange Team Comp. With their level 20 though, they do take this. Spectrum peaks but doesn't want to be in there. All heroics online except for that laser cannon for Bricky, and I have a feeling they're not going to get level 20 in time, and I don't know, it's very risky. Well, they might get the fight anyways here. Bricky now trying to get away. There is a blessed shield from Johanna. Does survive. What a pull from Misery Sin. All players still alive, but very short cooldowns on the heroics on the side of Deckard's Erudition. Still a 2-level advantage. Blessed shield is down now for 40 seconds. And Leoric trying to soak what he can is Jeff, but they are way too far from level 20. I guess he could just, you know, be soaking to help them get level 20. They can make the defense at the keep. Xanthanarium throwing a cheeky curse bullet just for some damage onto Spectrum. Very short cooldown. Oh, he actually went with the cooldown reduction, Gilnean Roulette. So it does less damage, the Curse Bullet, but it's on a 10-second cooldown. So it's basically like another basic ability now. 2 healing camps here, a turret, 2 turrets, and 3 turrets. Rise Robin, everybody holding an item on the side of Deckard's Erudition. And there is the Protector coming in for them as well. 3-level advantage, about to be a 2-level advantage. This is going to be a tough defense for the side of... Oh, but they do catch Rise Robin in the Entomb, but not able to get out. Will they finish off this kill? They get the kill onto Rise Robin. That is a morale booster for sure, but they need to hurry down here and destroy this Protector before it makes its way onto the core. 2 players back. About 80% still left on this Protector. And they're making their way onto the core. Let's see what they can do here. They do have a Greymane and about a half-health Protector. Xanthanarium on the core now is Greymane trying to do damage. The Protector's still alive. Greymane is down. They need to focus on this Protector. Probius is still inside alongside May. 16%, 15. This looks like it's going to be GG. 3% actually left on the core. And Tlem's able to drop a little bit of damage to close it up. GG's, both teams well played. what a great Towers of Doom match we had in game 1. I gotta say, that was insane. So let's check out some stats here while we wait for a interview. And that is going to be a 2-0 domination. Making 420. Look at that. That is some serious with balls you got going. Very nice. Let's check out these stats real quick. And we will hop in for an interview in just a second with one of the players from Deckard's Erudition. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Stick tight. We will have the interview. Some good games here. Ooh, we have a request for a double interview. So we will definitely be having some players from Deckard's Erudition in here shortly. Let's go ahead and check out these stats. Diva popping out top damage. Greymane not far behind. Rise Robin showing what he can do with that Diva. What a game. Very well played. Very good zoning. All right, these guys are stoked for the interview. Let's go ahead and do this. Jumping into a lobby. And see who's going to join us here.
Hello.
Hey there, Sheej. How are you feeling after this game? Would you say you feel like a hee-hoo or a squahilico right now?
Well, I don't know what that means, but we're feeling pretty good.
You're feeling pretty good or like really good?
Like pretty good.
Pretty really good? Or
like we played well and we won, but there are little things here and there we could have done better. So
talk to me about game 1, having 1 core health. What kind of puckering was happening to you?
No, that was, we calculated that entire thing from about minute 5.
Oh, really? Minute 5 is where kind of the math kicked in. You had like the Rain Man formulas falling from the ceiling. Yeah,
we knew what was going to happen. We weren't worried about it whatsoever.
So talk to me real quickly. I just have a quick comment about, you chose to play a certain healer in both of those games that we know another player in our past was a main on this. Would you say that you are now the best Stukov player in the Nexus?
Yeah. I mean, I'm 2-0 in this series, so that pretty much confirms that no one's better than me.
No one is better than you. You heard it here, everybody. No one is better than Shijon Stukov. He is as good as it gets. And one more thing about that, Stukov. You picked the flailing swipe. Are you a, anti-shove? Because, the shove, you can just get so long with it.
Shove is good sometimes. But I think in those games, their team fights were pretty, how do I put it? Like, they had to play together to have their team fights work.
So kind of like all in?
Yeah, so I just pushed them all away instead of just one of them.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, if Varian goes for the taunt and they can't follow up, you just swipe them all away. Yeah?
Exactly.
I like it. So talk to me about Rise Robin. Who is this guy and where is he learning how to play Diva?
Yeah, we've been playing Diva a lot recently. He kind of fed a little bit, especially at the end while we were going core.
I'm not going to say that I caught that on stream directly, but I totally did.
Okay, yeah. So we just have evidence for that now, so that's perfect.
Yeah, so maybe we clip that and we just, set that on repeat as a desktop screensaver for him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so if he just would stop dying all the time, he'd be a pretty good player, I think.
So if he stopped dying all the time, he would be a pretty good player. I feel like I could use that same advice in my history.
Yeah, that's pretty good advice for everyone, actually, now that I think about it.
So coming from the best Stukov player in the Nexus, the advice is stop dying all the time and you'll be a better player.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, man. I'm just teasing you. So, any last comments? It was a great series. I love that Towers of Doom game. Any last comments or shout outs you have for tonight's victory?
Shout outs to my teammates for making it really easy for me to just follow them around and heal them. And shout outs to you for casting another one of our games. We broke the curse.
You did break the curse. There was the Kotip curse, and I was scared in game one. I was like, wow, if I cast these guys, they definitely lose every time. But you broke the curse.
We knew what was going down.
Cool, man. Well,
that's it.
All right, man. I appreciate the good games tonight. It's always fun to have good games. So congratulations on the victory, and
thank you.
I'll see you in Tiny Tower.
I don't know what that means.
All right, man. Later.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I was promised a 2-man interview, and I only got a 1-man interview, but I want to say she just, as much as 2 men in my eyes. So I basically got a 2-man interview right there. So thanks, everyone, for stopping by. That is going to be the stream for tonight. I know there's definitely other NGS casts going on. And, definitely stick around and watch some more games. I will be back. I don't have another cast this week, but I will be back. Kosh Josh, of course, Mega Daddy, is that my new nickname? Definitely love casting you guys, and it's fun to be here. So catch me. I will be back next week. I'll do a few more casts, and stick around. We've got more NGS action tonight, so catch them on the stream.